We probably don't, so I'm just going to preemptively switch scene. And then now we should have audio.
This is the part where there's feedback.
Stop it.
Feedback.
Stop it.
Feedback.
Stop it.
You know, that
I
segment
forgot
of
it was on the wrong scene. All right. And do we have audio? Yes, we have audio. Okay, good. I forgot I had it muted. That helps. Okay. Streaming on Dementia Radio now and recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast, brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hey, Devo Spice!
Hey, Luke Ski!
You have insane Ian!
I'm here.
You're here with a Japanese Spider-Man hat. That's neat.
Yeah.
At least I'm assuming that
I
is
like
Japanese.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what that is. It is Spider-Man.
Cool.
Spider-Man.
Nice. Welcome to episode 610 of the Funny Music Podcast for Thursday, February 24th, 2021. Title of this week's episode is The Unthinkable Uncle Hungry. And let me put that into the chat so I don't forget to do it later.
I'm getting a lot of lag from you, Devo. Your audio is lagging a lot.
I just got a note that my internet connection is unstable. How about that?
Neat.
So, yeah, nothing I can do about that. It's going to snow tonight, and maybe the internet doesn't like snow. I don't know.
It's snowing here currently.
I had a job, one of my previous jobs. Every time it rained, the internet went out, and I was like, okay, that makes sense, sure. It's like this thing was designed to withstand a nuclear holocaust, and it can't handle a little rain. All right. So, this.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke failed and didn't show up.
Hey, what?
Oh, he's right.
So, Luke, what you been up to?
I have been, basically just, doing the usual things of working my day job and trying to squeeze getting MarsCon stuff done in there as much as possible. And, my main obstacle, aside from, having to work that day job, is that I'm, I am dealing with depression, as is not like anything new. But it's very hard. I mean, that's basically the one of the main reasons that everything is so behind schedule with me with MarsCon this year. Anyway, is it's like I know it's like what would Luke Ski do? It's like I know what Luke Ski would do, and it's just getting myself to do it because I after working all day at the job that it isn't a bad job, it's just not the thing I want to be doing, and I get home and it's like I'm mentally exhausted and I want to check out or I want to go to bed or whatever. So the old get excited hyper focused thing that used to be I'd start vibrating with it back in around like October or November in many years past. It's like I just haven't been able to manifest that at all this year. So I'm trying my best. I did have here, let me see this. No, it's over there. Anyway, I have a list that Devo has seen of the checklist of all the things I do every year for MarsCon, and I printed it up and I have crossed most of those things off of the list. The big thing left is basically all has to do with the fundraiser album, which is making the audio promotion that I typically make for it using clips from the collection from that year. And then I'll also take that and couple it with a collection of songs, about 30 minutes worth of, stuff from the fundraiser album and make it into a podcast episode and then post that as a free preview. And then and then if I have the time and the mental energy, I'll also make a video promo for it, with like quick little animatic cartoons to make it cool and fun. So that's basically what I started working on today, and it's still I basically have to bribe myself to keep myself going on stuff. Like I ordered Chipotle for myself to eat, so it's like if I order Chipotle, that's the payment to myself as a life bonus to keep motivated and keep working on the thing I know needs to get done. So
Chipotle.
Yes, as Ian has been known to deliver. So yeah,
I deliver it to myself now.
So there are MarsCon updates. I'll save those for the news, but that's basically the thing. Is and just to put a button on all of that talk is I don't know if anybody noticed this about me, but back in around I think it was November-ish, I made some changes to my social media because it trying to put a finger on why nobody's been hiring me the past 4 years for another job of working like I had a Cartoon Network, like having a studio storyboard artist job, and it's just really been beating my head against the wall trying to figure out why isn't anybody hiring me. And then basically what somebody had pointed out was perhaps one of the reasons could be that all the stuff I post on social media, because like so many other people I know, like they'll see like a meme with SpongeBob that's basically making fun of your own mental health and like whatever, like SpongeBob, like I'm depressed, yay, or I don't know, whatever, just all those type of things, the type of thing I'm talking about. I would post things like that, and I would also, or share them if somebody else posts them. I'd share them, and I'd also occasionally, talk like right now I'm doing right now, talk honestly about my feelings and say, hey, I'm feeling down. I could use some support. I could use some bolstering. Could people say some nice things to me so I don't feel so bad, so that I can have the energy to continue. And, so basically the whole point is like if somebody potentially might want to hire me and they go look at my social media and they say, oh, this guy's a depressed basket case, we're not going to hire him because he's obviously, someone not worth bringing into our equations that we have to deal with, his drama and his, hurt fifis or whatever. So back in, like I said, like November or so, I basically, I changed the settings on a bunch of my social media, and I just decided, I'm just not going to post things like that anymore, so that I can present, the best version of myself to potential people hiring me who are checking up on my social media. So it's it just it sucks to not have that outlet to go to like be able to say, hey friends of mine who I know care about me, give me a little love or something to like help get me over this hump so I can keep going, so because I've been basically depriving myself of that for months, and it sucks to just kind of be out here and feel so alone and try to manufacture within myself the joy it takes for me to work on these things, and it's just hard. So yeah, so that's kind of what I've been dealing with all week, and some nights I've had some major victories and fought through it and was able to cross off a ton of stuff off of that to-do list, and some days like today were like, okay, I've barely managed to get myself up and the beginning of getting started on this thing. I also updated other things at the website earlier just before I hopped on. So again, I will cover that in the news. So that's what's been going on with me, Devo Spice. How about you?
Well, I have been working like a fiend lately at my day job. I kind of basically worked from Sunday afternoon until Wednesday evening, mostly nonstop. I did get a little bit of sleep in there, but I put in several hours on Sunday afternoon and then drove home from the swim meet we were at. And then Monday I worked a 13.5-hour day, and Tuesday I worked a 19-hour day. And Wednesday I got to go to bed, so that was nice. So nothing has gotten done other than day job stuff, basically this week, which kind of sucks. So I'm falling behind stuff too. But yeah, I took Darren to a swim meet last weekend. It was the Silvers Championships that he qualified for, and goddamn, he had an awesome meet. He got a brand new tech suit, which is a more streamlined suit that gives less drag when you swim, so it allows for better times. And he dropped time in every one of his events. He dropped freaking 6 seconds in his 200 backstroke, which is a lot of time to drop in a 200-meter race. He came in second overall in the 200 freestyle, which is awesome. And he qualified for states in at least one event. I forget which one, which is awesome. The downside is states is the same weekend as MarsCon, so we're trying to figure that out. But I will keep you posted on what happens with MarsCon.
Crossing all of the crossables.
Yeah, me too. Believe me. That's about it, really. I did start trying to update the comedy music spreadsheet that went neglected for so long. So and my internet connection is very unstable tonight, so this is going to be a very choppy video production. I'm sorry, folks. There's nothing I can do about it. But the comedy music spreadsheet that we have linked on the FuMP with all of the comedy music releases. If anyone knows of any releases that are missing from 2021 or 2022, let me know. I am not done going through the FuMP newsletters for 2021, so I know of a couple things I still need to add. Hopefully I'll do those tonight after the show because I want to get that updated. But if anyone knows of any other stuff that's not on there, please send it my way and I will add it to the spreadsheet.
I'll double check it after the FuMPCast tonight.
Okay, cool. So, Ian,
yeah,
what have you been up to?
I'm making a music video for a new song, and Logan Awards stuff that I was here last week for, and not cutting my hair, which is why I'm wearing a hat. Just mostly trying to get stuff ready for MarsCon for the Logan Awards, and various and sundry other video things that I do. Now that the nominations are out, I can assemble the ceremony for the Logan Awards, which I will be hosting. And I think I've got all the performers except maybe one. And everything else is going to be videos for people who aren't having performers do things. And working on the stuff for my YouTube channel. I do weekly videos over there and trying to make sure that I'm staying on schedule, especially with going to be away at MarsCon. So I want to make sure I get a video up that week before I head out for that, making sure I get songs rehearsed. And I think I'm trying to write something for MarsCon too, because Insane Ian is not just a clever name. But I trying to do as much as I can because it's what I do.
Yeah, I have ideas too. I don't know if I'm going to have time to get them done, but
Ben has been sending me things at various times while I've been sitting here in the opening of this that I've been checking. But things are happening. We'll see if they actually finish happening in time.
Yeah.
But things and stuff. And videos, and so many videos. I got a new camera for my birthday that I have not even taken out of the box yet. That I'm like wanting to use and haven't used yet, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, it's a lot of the things that I've been working on are things that like I can't totally talk about in detail because they have to do with the ceremony, and they have to do with ordering of trophies, and they have to do with things that I haven't fully officially announced yet. I have songs that I'm supposed to work on for somebody else by the end of this month, and the end of this month is Monday, so I'm like, got that to do this weekend. So it's snowing right now. Maybe I won't go deliver tomorrow, and I'll do that tomorrow. There's never enough time. They said that in the Twilight Zone episode, when the guy had to read books. Never enough time. That's a thing with words. I'm done now.
Can you start a video series where Ian encapsulates Twilight Zone episodes in as half-assed a way as possible?
Yeah. Submitted for your approval. A guy had eyeballs and wanted more time to read. That's it. The episode's done.
And he got what he wanted. Yay!
Happy
No,
ending.
Everyone smiled.
Speaking of videos, I forgot to mention I did a new TikTok video last week, which I called Well After Christmas Carols, inspired by a couple of my neighbors who still have their Christmas decorations up.
It is amazing how many people in not just my neighborhood, but all of Illinois who still have Christmas decorations up. It's almost March. And there's like, I drove by, I was doing deliveries in the woods of Barrington. And there was an army of uninflated, flat Santas, basically, of all these lawn ornaments uninflated because it was daytime. And I was like, but you could have packed those up and put them away at least. You're not inflated. I'm sure they'll be inflated at night. I'm sure you still have them blowing up, whatever. I'm not going to judge, but I judged. I did. I totally judged. It's fine.
Yeah, so I see you're wearing a Nerf Herder t-shirt.
I am. I got my 12-inch of the record of Born Weird the same day that my buddy Wes from Pudding Capacity sent me a Dr. Demento show on vinyl. So
Nice.
I had like a big vinyl mail day.
Nice. Yeah, I ordered my copy. It hasn't arrived yet, but
I got my copy of the 12-inch. It's actually in the other room. Otherwise, I'd be holding it up right now. But it's awesome.
yeah, when I saw that it had their My Bologna cover on the back, I was like, all right, I have to buy it.
That is the B-side is great. They released a lyric video for it, and it's a kind of animated lyric video, and I did that on last week's A Comedy Musician Reacts on my YouTube channel. And I listened to My Bologna, which is a fantastic cover.
Mm-hmm.
But the audio version of Born Weird that they put up on YouTube, that's just the audio, not the lyric video, has a Dr. Demento intro that I think is different than what's on the record. I think it's from the show.
Oh, it might be, yeah.
So there's one that lists it as Dr. Demento intro. So
cool. Yeah, that might have just been taken from the show. Was that on their official channel, or is that somebody else who posted it?
It's on the Nerf Herder topic.
Oh, okay.
Which is the thing that whenever you upload to a digital distribution site, it makes for you on YouTube.
Ah, gotcha.
I was gonna say that accordion solo rips.
Yeah,
Yes,
of course it does.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And I love in the illustration he's got the same checkered Vans that I'm wearing, and that Daniel Radcliffe is wearing in the biopic. So,
all right. So you posted a song.
I did.
Give us
I posted a song on Carrie Dahlby's birthday.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Yay!
To
Happy
we wished her a
belated
happy birthday
to Carrie Dahlby.
We wished her a happy birthday last week.
It's fine. I'm doing it again now.
You can do it again. You're allowed.
And so this song, I'm going to give a brief intro and then we'll play it. This song was actually conceived by Carrie Dahlby and then forgotten about and then redone by me. So this is a thing for that's on my new album, Illinois.
I just got to say that I am a fan of things that Carrie Dahlby has conceived. So just call me the unthinkable Uncle Hungry over here.
Yeah. There it is.
All right, let's get into the song. Here is It's Hard Out There for a Temp by Insane Ian featuring Carrie Dahlby.
You know it's hard out here for a temp.
It ain't steady
When
work.
you're trying to get this money for the rent.
It ain't steady
For
work.
the gas and electric money spent.
It ain't steady
Can't
work.
even save up for retirement.
It ain't steady
You know
work.
it's hard out here for a temp.
It ain't steady
Can't
work.
get paid under the table, tax exempt.
It ain't steady
I'ma
work.
tell you to don't get scared.
It ain't steady
Be sure
work.
to itemize every dependent.
It ain't steady work.
In my days, I've done lots of crazy things as a job, but working as a temp's like running errands for the mob. Cause working at this agency ain't filled me with complacency. I'm pretty sure I'm phoning for a fake university to make people pissed, cause they were on my list. They told me they ain't signed up for this place that don't exist. But that's just how it is, the temp work in this biz. It might be news to you, but it's been like this for years. It's just just like I had feared. The job was ending quick. I'm trying to get rich before I leave about this sitch. I'm trying to get paid, but it's hard for a temp when after 2 weeks the whole job would just end. Yeah.
It's hard out here for a temp.
It ain't steady work.
Every job has got you wondering when it ends.
It ain't steady
Ain't
work.
a whole lot on which you can depend.
It ain't steady
And
work.
it's hard to keep a circle of friends.
It ain't steady
You know
work.
it's hard out here for a temp.
It ain't steady
When
work.
you're trying to get this paycheck for the rent.
It ain't steady
All the
work.
time, all the dream that you spend.
It ain't steady
Just
work.
to have all the workers jumping ship.
Man, it seems like I'm doing new jobs every day. Still working as a temp, cause I gotta stay paid. I don't think I'm gonna stay at this new place anymore. It was just a 2-day gig, now they're showing me the dough. I'm never acting long enough to get insurance. I do so many things that I'll never find my purpose. 1 week I'm data entry, another I'm on phones. A 3rd week cataloging all the escrow on your homes. Wait, I got a sweet new gig with an ad agency. I finished all my work, but they're still paying me. That's the way the game goes. Gotta keep it strictly temping. Gotta have my hustle tight. Making change off the system, yeah.
It's hard out here for a temp.
It ain't steady
When
work.
you're trying to get this money for the rent.
It ain't steady work.
Gotta scrape together every cent.
It ain't steady
Because
work.
the work only lasted a minute.
It ain't steady
You know
work.
it's hard out here for a temp.
It ain't steady
When
work.
you're trying to get this paycheck for the rent.
It ain't steady
You
work.
get settled and suddenly it
It ain't
ends.
steady
May
work.
as well work for the government.
It ain't steady work.
Very nice.
Yay! I did the thing.
You did the thing. So this was Carrie's idea, huh?
So back in 2011, Carrie emailed Ben Stahl, my producer, who I've worked with numerous times on a lot of things, about making a backing track for her for "It's Hard Out Here for a Temp" as a parody of "It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp" by 3-6 Mafia. That was the Oscar-winning song of that year, of the year its release, for being included in the Hustle and Flow soundtrack. So 3-6 Mafia are Oscar winners, and she emailed him about doing an instrumental for that track. I remember when he got the email, I was there at his house when the email came through, so I saw this message, and apparently either lines got crossed and he never got back to her, or something happened with it, and it never happened. And so I was thinking about songs for this new album, and I was like, that was always a really good idea in my mind. I wish they had done that, but it never happened. So I contacted Carrie. I was like, hey, look, I'm working on songs for the new album, and I was wondering about doing this song. And she goes, that's a great idea. What is that song? She apparently completely forgot that she even came up with the idea, and doesn't have any memory of ever hearing "It's Hard Out Here for a Pimp."
So you could have totally just taken credit for the song and not...
I could have, but I'm not that kind of person. So
Carrie has often said that she hasn't really seen a movie until she's seen it twice.
right,
Because
yeah.
she needs that second viewing to really embed it into her memory of, oh, I saw this, and this is what happened, and this is who stars in it, and et cetera, et cetera.
I think Sarah's the same way, because at Christmas time, not Christmas. We were over at her folks' place for her niece's wedding, and we were watching the A-Team movie on TV, and she's like, this is really good. And I was like, yeah, we have to go for the thing, but we can finish watching this at home. I have it on Blu-ray. So we got home after the trip and we watched it, and she's like, that was really good. And then 2 weeks later, it came up in her memories that she had seen it in the theater.
Guess what she probably saw it with?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So, yeah, there's not a... Yeah, it happens. It's fine. People forget things. Not everybody has the kind of pop culture brain for remembering the inane, trivial bullshit like we do, but, it's whatever.
See,
but,
my memory sucks, especially my short-term memory. My wife's memory is, amazing, and these two things lead to conflict.
Yes, I'm sure they do.
The only movie Sarah knows for sure she's seen is A Christmas Story.
Yeah, because it's on the TV 24 hours every Christmas. So yeah.
Yes.
But like we watched, like the other week, we watched Murder on the Orient Express because we were going to see Death of the Nile the next day, and we sat there watching this, and she was like really into it, and really, I was like, "You don't remember how this ends?" And she went, "I saw this already," and I went, "Yeah, we watched it when I got it on Blu-ray. I had seen it in the theater. I loved it." But yes, oh, she's in the room now. Hi.
Hi.
Yes. We're talking
Oh.
about people forgetting things and you forgetting things, and like here comes the face into the camera.
You
like
got to
it's
get
weird.
closer, Sarah. She's got a
Yeah,
background.
but no, I can do this though. I can do this button here and just make it a thing
Yay!
with the button. Ta-da!
Oh wait,
There's Sarah.
That isn't a digitally restored Harold Ramis. It's Sarah.
I thought you were about to say the digitally restored Sarah Ramis, and I'm like, what? But yeah, so
Yes,
yeah,
I forget things.
She
I
well-
forget media entirely. It's gone. It's just
well, we brought it up because Carrie forgot even suggesting the song idea to me.
yeah. Well,
Like so,
I
like
have ideas all the time. I don't remember all of them.
so that was the only congruence with the story. That's all that was. Yeah. So no need to murder me.
Yet.
I'll think about it.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah.
All right,
so-
buddy.
Bye.
Bye, Sarah. So yeah, so the song idea came through, and she she was like, "Yeah, go right ahead and do it." So I ended up having Ben make the music. I had Carrie sing the hook because I wanted her to be a part of the song since it was her idea anyway. And it was one of the fastest recording sessions I've ever done with Carrie because, like I sent her the song, and she you know, because she's so busy as the various things she's doing with like Court and Country and with Alexandria and all that stuff, she didn't quite get a chance to listen to it. So we played it a couple times here for her. I recorded her here on my laptop and played it for her once. She did a rehearsal of the line, recorded it once. It was perfect. I think we only did a second take on just the second chorus, and that was it. Everything else, she like banged it out in like maybe a half an hour and got the whole thing done and sent it off to Ben, and he did what he did, and it sounded amazing.
Yeah, she sounds fantastic on this song.
Yeah, she sounds incredible on it, and you know, it's a testament to her talent as a singer.
At some point in the recent past, she had texted me a photo of your guys' cat Abby, like under a couch or something like that.
Right under the bed, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, Abby's so cute." And then I'm like, "Wait a minute, what's she doing over there? What are they concocting over at the woods of Barrington?"
Yeah, well, the woods of Barrington are far from where we are in Des Plaines. The Bonds Trice Estate. But no, actually, I'm going to be taking Sarah's name, so I'll be known as Insane Sarah from now on.
Ah, nice.
So
I should
how
have
did
saved
you
that. I was going to say that in my MarsCon set, but
You can still use it. Nobody watches this show.
that's true. It's fine. But I knew for the music video for this that I wanted to do a whiteboard video because, like, you know, Mission Statement from Weird Al is a whiteboard video, and it's full of like corporate buzzwords and work speak and all that stuff. And this is a song about jobs too, in office jobs.
These
So I
whiteboard
thought that
videos are often used for businesses for how to do this, and how to do this.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, they're explainer videos, and they use them at workplaces. And there's a program that they sell called Doodly.
I've looked into it. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I used. That's what I used for this. I used the Doodly program. It was like $59. I saw it on an ad on Facebook like
I did
4
too.
years ago.
Yeah.
Like I got an ad for it in like 2019 or something like that. And I was like, sure, I want to do an animated music video eventually that I don't know how to animate myself, so I'll have a program do it. And I bought it, and I was like, I don't have a project for this yet. Don't know what I'm going to use this for. It's not really animation. It's a bunch of hands drawing stuff. And then when I did a poll on YouTube about which song from the new album should I do a video for. This one won by a huge landslide. So I was like, oh, well, no, that would be perfect for this then. So ended up doing that, getting the timing right on each part. I had to speed up a lot of the drawing stuff. So luckily there's a way to, like, for each drawing to change the timing of it so that it works out in the video.
Oh, cool.
And you can insert your own images to have them draw it, but like unless it has like a specific path file in the file name, it'll just like go across the screen to draw it, which is what it does in the one image I inserted, which is the Netflix screen. But you can insert your own songs into it and whatnot. Yeah, if you want things in color, that's an upgrade fee, and you can buy different packs that have different images in them too. But for the most part, I just used all the base images and everything, and ended up working out really well. The only image in it in the end that apparently is just too fast for it is the image at the end where she's in front of the government building. May as well work for the government. In the last line of the last chorus, it's drawing a building so fast that like when it erases something and then draws something, I have it at such a fast time for those. It just looks like it's erasing something and being drawn by the eraser in the music video. So it's going by so fast that's like, it's not quite, but you get the idea that it's a good speedy time lapse on it. So
I was wondering how did you get the rights to use cartoon John Oliver?
That is a character in the Doodly program named David, and I chose him because he looked enough like me. Is like of the characters they had, that one was like, it's close enough. Just like that's close enough to Carrie. It's like they had a girl with long hair, but it was pulled up, and long hair that was just long, and I'm like, this one works. They randomly have like weird celebrity drawings that are very weirdly realistic that don't match the cartooniness of everything else. Like randomly, here's Johnny Depp or Michael Jordan. And it's like, why are these here in this program?
Ooh, is Tony Danza in there?
No.
Because when Shoebox was doing Partial Eclipse, he bought this big pack of, like on CD, of clip art that he could go through. One of them was a vector drawing of Tony Danza, just for no reason.
The great thing is, you could upload that to the program. And if it's an SVG file that like traces the path of like how it's drawn, that would be perfect for that. Actually, I think you might be able to even like I was watching tutorials for this on YouTube. You can actually tell it what paths to draw on an image too.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty neat program that my old laptop occasionally couldn't handle after a certain amount of time. So like I would start to do it and I could move things around and change things for it. And after a while I would drag something and nothing would happen. And it would sit and think for a minute, and then occasionally it would creep across the screen. And I'm like, oh, okay, internal RAM has decided to take a shit. So I will wait and turn it off and reload it again later. But I'm glad I got the video done in time for the song. And like most songs that I've written about jobs, most of the song is absolutely 100% things that have happened to me.
I figured. And any really good stories in there?
Yeah. So the last job that I mentioned, the working for an ad agency, where I finished all my work and they're still paying me. Apparently, like they hired me and this other guy to do data entry. Basically, we were cataloging all the different ads. They were moving from one hard drive to a main network. And so we're supposed to take all the ads and things that at least one copy of. If it was duplicate things, we didn't copy the duplicates over, but we were cataloging everything, putting it into a spreadsheet, and just here's the name of the file, here's what it was, here's what type of thing it was, this is what it is. We did that cataloging. They expected it to take like 6 months. We did it in like 6 weeks.
Nice.
And there wasn't anything else to do after that. And they were like, we have another hard drive coming that's going to have more material on it. So just hang out here until that arrives. My dude, who I was working with, watched the entirety of the MCU, all of Breaking Bad, several other TV shows. He just sat and streamed the entire 8 hours we were working. That's when I started getting into Game Grumps. That's when I started watching Game Grumps on YouTube constantly. I was just sitting at my desk watching YouTube the whole time. They were paying us to watch YouTube and Netflix.
Nice.
We were temps. They could have done anything with us. And we kept asking, do you have work for us? No, we don't. Just sit there. No one cares. We have that much money that you can fuck off and it's fine. And so we did for like another 6 weeks, almost like several months worth of time. I got kidney stones in the middle of it and they still paid me. And I still came back to the temp job after the kidney stone surgery. And it was, that was a thing. And like I ended up working there for a very long time.
You show up back to work, and there's like a Netflix recaps. The last time at your job, here's all the shows you did.
By the time they finally got the next hard drive in, they were like, okay, we got this new thing in. This needs to be done in 2 days. We're like, what? Wait a minute. Why didn't you get this to us sooner? And we blazed through it in a day, of course, and was like, it's nothing. They're expecting there to be like hundreds of thousands of files, and there was only like thousands of files. Mm-hmm. And we apparently were just too competent and just breezed through that shit. And so that was the main thing in the song. That was the true story. But also the beginning of the song, where I was working for what I pretty much figured was a fake university. I was working at this education call center, which already is a problem. We were cold calling people, kind of. The names we got of the people we're calling were people who filled out a thing online. Like they clicked something about wanting to further their education and filled it out. And that's how we got their number and their name to ask them, hey, do you want to go to this college that we have here, this college program? Most of the people I spoke to were like, I never filled anything out. No, I didn't click anything. Things seemed shady as hell. So this didn't seem right. But that was definitely a job I had for 2 months when I first moved to Chicago.
Did any of your calls involve telling people, okay, if you deposit 5 Bitcoin into this account, you will get your data back?
No. Bitcoin hadn't reached the zeitgeist that it has now.
Oh, okay.
So this was 5 years ago when I first moved to Chicago. So yeah, no, that was not a thing.
I remember once when I was drawing caricatures, somebody actually asked me if I accepted Bitcoin to do a caricature.
Dude, you should have.
Wow.
I was like, no, but I'd take Itchy and Scratchy Land dollars if you have any of those on you.
Yeah, he should have gotten like 5 or 10 Bitcoin for a drawing, and you'd have $100,000 now.
I would have invented NFTs.
Yes. Non-fumpable tracks.
Toys.
Yes. Novelty funny tunes.
Ooh, I like that. That's good.
Yes. That's what I said when Konami was like, hey, we're making NFTs of Castlevania for the 35th anniversary because fuck you. And I said, I already have an NFT of Castlevania. It's a novelty funny tune called Dungeon Castlevania. And it's nominated for a Logan Award, bitches!
Yeah!
I'm sorry for calling you bitches.
No, you're not.
You're also correct, so, you know.
That's the best kind.
You are technically correct. The best kind of correct. Anyway.
So yeah, that's all the things I have to say about this video and song, unless you have more questions for me.
No, but is there anything more you'd like to say about your album?
Yeah, Illinois, it's available now. It's on all the streaming places like Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube Music and Deezer and Rhapsody and Napster and everything else under the goddamn sun. And also, it's on Bandcamp, and you can get physical CDs of it at Bandcamp because physical CDs are still a thing, and I like it.
I need to add it to the spreadsheet because it's not on the spreadsheet. All right.
It came out December 3rd. That's what I was going to check for to see if my album was on there.
December 3rd. Let me just add a placeholder for it.
Yeah, December 3rd is when it dropped. It came out in 2021. 17 tracks, 16 tracks, and a bonus track that was written by my good buddy Ernie Fowler, who passed away. And I wanted to cover his song Austria, so I did that on the album. I've got either I have released most of the songs that are on the album, but there are still a few songs on there that nobody's heard unless you've heard the album. Got a lot of more music videos that I'm working on. I've been trying to do a music video when the song comes out as a single, like I did with this one, like I did with Mr. Yuletide.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still a couple that I released that I have videos planned for that I haven't done a video for yet. There are 2 songs on there that I'm working on videos for to be released that are kind of bigger projects, so there are going to be a little bit more time before those come out. But go get Illinois. It's available now on all the things, and please buy it and download it and put me so I can billboard comedy.
I listened to the album.
I bought one too.
Luke's got it.
It's right here. It's real. You can own it. Yay! It's a CD. It's round. And look, there's Ian again. Yay!
Yay! Press pictures of me.
When I listened to it for the first time, I was left in the dark about the existence of the song "It's Hard Out There for a Temp," so I was very happy to hear it because A, it's a great song, and B, it has Carrie on it, and I like it when Carrie is on things being awesome. So,
yay!
So I listened to the album yesterday on Spotify just because I felt like it. So that 0.3 of a cent that you get next month is from me.
Fantastic! I appreciate that. That's going to get me at least an 1/8 of a cup of coffee.
Beautiful.
You can get that NFT's been saving up for.
Yes.
All right.
Newfangled tomato.
All right, let's do some news. You sticking around, Ian, or you taking off?
I can stick around if need be.
Okay.
InsaneIan.bandcamp.com is the plug I'm giving. And YouTube.com/InsaneIan is where you can see these videos and other videos that I do, like the weekly A Comedy Musician Reacts, where I react to comedy music. And you can watch that and hear me talk about things that I think I know about. And also more videos and other stuff coming. And if you really want to help out and get music from me early and see these videos before anybody else, it's patreon.com/InsaneIan. Plugs are over now.
Yay. Plugs.
This is the FuMP.
Naked from the waist down, I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. I'm Donald ducking it, yeah. Feel the wind on my downstairs.
Begins really softly, then ends with a shout. Who can say it the last before chickening out? It goes penis,
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 penis.
penis.
She won't use still flash or autofocus. She won't use filters. She thinks they're bogus. She will not rotate. She will not crop. She takes bad selfies and she will never stop. Hey.
That's the Funny Music Project at thefump.com. THEFUMP.com.
Blocking every signal, a fancy metal wig, no, a shiny tin foil hat.
Time for funny music news. Something.
In the news, update on the Chris Waffle Kickstarter album for the new Chris Waffle Explosion album. He is at $6,183 of his $4,500 goal. There are only 12 hours to go, give or take. So if you would like to get in there, get into the Kickstarter.com. Weird Al has a pinball machine out now for reasons. Yes, really.
Yes, I need somebody to buy me both this machine and also a house I can put it in.
Weird Al's Museum of Natural Hilarity is a new pinball game for the P3 pinball platform from Multiformic Inc. Games are built to order in Round Rock, Texas. Versions include a standard edition and only 227 limited editions. Visit multiformicinc.com for ordering information. Now, the P3 pinball base system will run you $8,300. Weird Al's game kit will be an additional $3,000. So you're over $11,000 if you want one of these things.
Yeah, like I said.
Other kits for the game system include Heist, Cosmic Kart Racing, Lexi Light Speed, Escape from Earth, and Cannon Lagoon. So I think Weird Al is the only licensed game that they have, but it looks neat. There's a video of it on YouTube. Yeah, it's really cool. Insane Ian has a new music video out that we just played.
Yay!
For It's Hard Out There for a Temp. It's linked
Hard Out Here for a Temp.
Hard Out Here for, I wrote there. I'll fix it just there. Nobody sees this but me, but it's linked to his song in the FuMP, or you can watch this video episode and see it. Ian already talked about it. Is there anything else you want to say about it?
Yeah, the Doodly program worked really well. Thanks for letting me buy it and use it.
Thank you, doodly doo. Mikey Mason has a new album out called Widdershins. A return to Mikey's geeky comedic roots, completely barren of any song that wasn't at least a little bit tongue-in-cheek. He covers a range of subjects from Henry Cavill to cats to America's ass to D&D. The digital album is Name Your Price, or you can get a CD for $15. It is available now from mikeymason.bandcamp.com.
It's got that kind of name that you don't want to mess up saying, like Fuddruckers.
Yes. It's a good album. I listened to it earlier today. There is also a new Scott Making Sense album coming out soon. This album features previously unreleased and unreleasable songs called Jorts. Bandcamp and all other main streaming platforms will carry it as of March 18th. The album continues my artistic mission of challenging the status quo of quote-unquote serious music. Visit scottmakingsense.bandcamp.com. That's sense with a C. Yeah. Oh, shit. I forgot to look into this. Did you happen to watch the Psychostick concert?
I was just about to say, as of 16 minutes ago, they are now taking pre-orders for Psychostick and Stuff, their B-sides, rarities, and singles, new songs, and skits album. 30 tracks.
Wow.
Available now for pre-order at psychostick.com/andstuff. I knew about this album months ago because Murph, who directed the Delivery Boy music video, also does music videos for Psychostick, and told me about this. Originally, it was going to be called Junk Drawer until I reminded him that Schaefer of the Dark Lord has a B-sides album called Junk Drawer. And he went, shit, and then renamed the album. Yeah, this is, you can pre-order it now. You get a signed poster and download of Sombrero Prophecy now. The ad says, never on an album, it's way too long. 30 tracks of B-sides and rarities. It's a thing I've been suggesting to them for a while to do because they had a bunch of songs that they released only on YouTube, like their cover of the Angry Video Game Nerd theme song and the little interstitial music they did for Good Bad Flicks, which is another YouTube channel that I watch that they do music for. And they did a bunch of parodies. They did Zombie Claus, which was their Rob Zombie Christmas parody.
Love that
and
song, yes.
A couple of their other Christmas parodies they did. The Me Queso parody that they did. So a bunch of those things that I think Mega Man is on here too. Their parody of Magic Man that they did after I did mine, that they did a music video for, will be on this as well. A bunch of their unreleased songs all put together on one compilation. Psychostick and Stuff. Go get it now. Pre-order it.
Thank you for that
I'm
info,
going to do that right after this podcast.
I left a
What was
note
that?
for my. Thank you for that info, because I left a note for myself to watch their concert, and then I got pulled to drive this kid here and that kid there, and I never got a chance to. So
Yeah, they do their Thursday concerts the same time as the FuMPCast usually, about an hour before it.
Yeah.
But you know,
yeah, so I almost never get a chance to watch.
yeah, so it's same. So I've caught a couple of them. That's how I actually got a copy of Mortal Kombat 11 for PS5 from Psychostick.
Oh, nice.
But I haven't been able to catch every single one of them, but I knew I wanted to check the news thing, and I had just opened Facebook, and it was at the top of my feed there. So
Cool. All right, the FuMP newsletter went out today with features information about MarsCon, the Logan finalists, FuMP artists who are doing FOM, and more. You can sign up at thefump.com for a free account. And if you didn't get it and you're a Gmail user, please check your promotions tab, because I know nobody does. You can view it online at tiny.cc/FuMP0222. And that's all I have. Luke, MarsCon.
Yeah, well, first of all, let me get straight to the MarsCon 2022 Comedy Music Track Fundraiser MP3 album. All the funds for this is going to pay for the hotel rooms, the hotel rooms for all of the non-guest of honor comedy music track guests who are coming in from far out of town, which is a big help to people like Devo Spice and Insane Ian and others.
Yes, it's
so
very much appreciated.
So yeah,
yes, please.
So yes, I checked up earlier today to make sure all the numbers were up to date as of me speaking these words at this moment. So the initial goal is still $566.92. We have raised $409.68, which is 72% towards the initial goal, with 15 days remaining until MarsCon, which means to hit that initial goal, we need to sell at least another 6 copies of the fundraiser album. And as a reminder, the album is a just under 4-hour collection of live tracks taken from Virtual MarsCon 2021. They are recorded directly on my computer from the Zoom, so the audio quality is better than that of what you heard on YouTube. So Byron Lee helped me edit this all together, and it's just under 4 hours. It's $30 for this amazing collection, and you can get it at MarsConComedy.com. Click on the shop page to get it. You can also, if you're interested in getting past year's fundraisers, we have every year going all the way back to 2007 in there. Go to the past fundraisers page to see the track listings of all those, and you can directly PayPal me an amount of money and tell me what years you want, and I'll send you the links to download those. Or if you really want to support us like a friggin' superhero, you could pay to get all of the collections, all 15 of them, I believe it is, for $200. So it's 59 hours plus of content of comedy music, and I made sure when making all these over the years to not get repeat songs as few as possible in this, so it's not like you're going to be getting the same collection of music every year over and over again. It's all a veritable plethora of the 70 or so different acts we've had at the MarsCon Comedy Music Track, formerly known as the MarsCon Dementia Track, over the years. So if you want to do that, you could be a superhero and help us demolish those goals. So anyway, back to what I was saying a second ago. So yeah, we are 409.68, 72% of the way there. At least 6 more copies. The first stretch goal has been reduced, thank goodness, which is helpful. The first stretch goal after we hit our initial goal will only be another $226.76, which would be of particular interest to Devo Spice and Chris Mezzalesta, because that's what that money is going towards. So let's shoot for that. The second stretch goal remains $453.54, which is for the room I'm staying in, along with Steve Goodie. So basically, I'm leaving my room out of it until all the other rooms are paid for, and then if we get that far, we'll shoot for that. Another thing, I haven't announced this, I intend to, but I'm going to put it out there on like the Dr. Demento group and everywhere else, that for the next 2 weeks from now until the end of MarsCon, any sales made at my Bandcamp page, lukeski.bandcamp.com, will go towards the MarsCon fundraiser as well. And at that site, besides all of my individual albums, which you can get for like $9.99, you could take advantage of buying the entire digital discography, which is only $50.67 right now. It may go up slightly because I still need to add the song "Toys" to it. But even if you get it right now, just email me. I'll send you toys. It's fine. It's fine. If you're following the FuMP, you already have it anyway. But whatever. The point is, you can get my entire digital discography for $50. So another way you can support the fundraiser. And there's 11 full-length albums. There's 3 B-side albums. There's the tribute album Carrie Dahlby put together. And there's the Kickstarter album I did back in like 2012, I think it was. So yeah, lots of great stuff on there as well. What other MarsCon things are there to say? Oh yes, there is another MarsCon thing to say. So normally on Sundays we have this thing called the FuMP Jukebox, where we let people who are performers who are there but didn't get their own half-hour main stage concert all get up and take turns to do a song of theirs, and we usually try to get 5 or 6 people in that. Well, thus far, as of a day or two ago, I only had 2 people lined up for that half-hour event, and also looking at who was all going to be doing cover songs and various other things for the Comedy Music Smackdown concert, which immediately follows it. That's also kind of a lower number than usual. So what I decided to do is to take the 2 acts, which are Brett Glass and Dave Stagner, who were going to just be in the FuMP Jukebox, and I'm just going to let them do those songs as a part of the Comedy Music Smackdown as well. So they'll each get to do 2 songs in that, and everyone else will do their thing, because we can fit that all in the 60 minutes. So to replace the FuMP Jukebox, we were doing the event known as Dumb Parody Ideas.
Nice.
So, yes, so the well-beloved concert... Actually, let me just read the description, because that is the reason why descriptions exist, so I don't have to think of them.
For describing things.
Yes, and Devo probably wrote most of this anyway. It says, we're bringing one of the most popular events from FuMPFest, may it rest in peace, to the main stage of MarsCon for the first time, and anyone can participate. Dumb Parody Ideas is a fast-paced, loosely organized contest to see who can come up with the dumbest parody idea. We present them in a rapid-fire rotation as guests and audience members get up and perform a verse and chorus of their dumbest song. Keep it short and move on to the next one. The winner is chosen by audience vote and will win the coveted Golden Spatula, which I just ordered on at Walmart.com yesterday because they had them.
Oh, good. I don't have to make one. Here I am thinking I'm going to have to make one.
I'm wondering if I'm the one hosting this, so I just...
We'll see, I guess. We can talk about that later. It's either going to be me or you. If either one of us thinks of, I want to enter the contest, then the other person gets to host.
I'll tell you a thing later.
Okay. You are limited to 3 songs with a maximum of 90 seconds each, and because MarsCon is a family-friendly event, you must keep the content of your entries between G to PG-13, because it's Sunday afternoon. I'm sorry. I know people want the dirty stuff, but just, it's just the way it is if we want to play nice with our excellent hosts at MarsCon, because the fact that they let us do this is the only reason we can continue to exist. It's like we are so low budget to them and yet they give us this amazing main stage with amazing sound people like John Allen and so much time. And yeah, so like they don't have a lot of rules for us, but that's one of them, is that on the Saturday and Sunday slots, they don't want us being all dirty and saying rated R stuff to an excessive degree. We do make
Logan Awards are going to be interesting this year.
Yeah, the Logan Awards is like one exception. I have occasionally, like when Henry Phillips was there, I made sure to make a billion announcements like, this particular event is, R-rated because of the nature of the event. So while there have been exceptions, in general, we try to keep it on the G to PG-13 front, So anyway, just think of it like this. If you can get away with saying it on like broadcast versions of South Park and Family Guy, then it's okay. But beyond that, it's like don't go there, please. Anyway, we'll be taking entries from the audience at the event, so be there and be ready to go. So yeah, this is open to not only the performers of the MarsCon comedy music track, it's also open to anybody in the audience. Anyone can sign up. Now, with a 30-minute time limit, I may have to like kind of figure out like a number of entries that doesn't, like a number of entries that for sure will be in, and then some alternate slots. But who knows? We'll have to see how big of a turnout we get for this. I just don't want to. The whole point of me moving things around is to try to keep everything on time, but still provide good content for everybody. That is a lot of fun. So yeah, this will be a first time, for this. Anyway, I will shut up now about that because I think that's everything new about MarsCon I can say, other than to remind everybody that we added 3 new acts last week with the announcement of the Logan Awards. We are bringing back the semi-usual suspect of Steve Goodie, and for the first time ever, we will have Ross Childs and Bad Beth and Beyond, who is on Friday night for good reason. So, yes, I hope you all are psyched, and I hope you all will go support the fundraiser. And special thanks to all of the people who have already bought the fundraiser. I literally looked at a list of your names today, and I'm appreciative to all of you. So yeah, MarsConComedy.com, click on shop, click on past fundraisers, do the thing, spend money, or go to lukeski.bandcamp.com and buy things there. That also will go towards the fundraiser. So, whoopity slappity doo.
Tour dates. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goodie hosting at the Bluebird. On Tuesdays online, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction. On Thursdays online, Steve Goodie and Brad Tassel. On the 25th and 26th in Ewing, New Jersey, Larry Tritel. On the 26th online, Phil Johnson and Roadside Attraction.
Woo!
On the 26th in Astoria, New York, Carla Ulbrich. On the 27th in Albany, New York, Drew Jacobs. And on the 28th online, New Middle Class. And birthdays coming up this Saturday, the 26th, is me and my birthday.
Birthday, Devo!
And on the 2nd, Phil Johnson.
And Roadside Attraction!
All right. Speaking of Steve Goodie, we did a song with Steve. Steve Goodie posted a song, and then I talked to him about it, and I recorded it. So here's that.
Hi, I'm tech support, putting you on hold all day, and I don't care. And I'm a TikTok video that says, wait for it, and then doesn't go anywhere. I'm people ghosting you and treating you like crap on their shoe. Cause you need life more than life needs you. Does this have a familiar ring? Does it remind you of anything? Yes, I'm your ex who was just bored and waited for you to dump him eventually. I'm your life, I'm basically everything. I'm Kaiser, I'm Cigna, I'll insure your health. Just pay your full deductible and go yourself. I'll forget you and ignore you like you don't exist. And if you don't like the system, you're a communist. Does this have a familiar ring? Does it remind you of anything? I'm your cat who only lets you live because you clean out the cat box. And for the food you bring, I'm your life and basically everything. You wait in line while I waste your time. Enjoy guns and religion, hope for remission, while the politicians transition into sedition and highly organized crime. We don't like it when sports teams change their name. We don't like peaceful kneeling in the name of change. We like to complain and complain and complain. Want everything to stay the same, cause it worked for us when you worked for us, and that's why you're to blame. Hey!
I was enjoying the song, and then it got to the bridge, which became complicated and loud, and now I don't understand what's going on anymore.
Does this have a familiar ring? Does it remind you of anything? I really am your ex who was just blowing you off until you dumped her because she was too much of a coward to edit herself, and she probably thought she was letting you down easy, but come on, who are we kidding? And yes, this song has a familiar ring because I was listening to Garfunkel and Oates just before I wrote it.
Full disclosure.
And it also reminds me of the song from The Big Bang Theory that Howard sang to Bernadette in Quarantine, because this is your life and it's basically everything.
I'm here with Steve Goodie. How you doing, Steve?
Fine. How are you, Devo?
Good. Welcome back.
Thanks.
So tell us about this song, about all the stuff that we're all familiar with.
I decided to complain about everything at the same time, and so I did. The song was another assignment that I was given by a group of songwriters that meet on Zoom once a month. We are given an arbitrary word that we have to cram into a song. I'm the only one who tries to write anything funny. Everybody else writes about rainbows and heartbreak and stuff like that. Our word of the month was ring. Had to write a song with the word ring in it. And I had a month to work on it. I worked on it for the last 3 hours of the assigned period and came up with that.
So it's a typical Steve Goodie song, waiting till the last possible minute, and then
exactly.
Yeah.
Up against the wall is the only way I did get anything done.
I'm with you. I get a lot done when I'm up against a hard deadline.
Especially when the walls are closing in. It's really hard to be any other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with that at work at the moment. Yeah.
You are. Should we talk about you? It's okay with me.
No, I don't want to talk about me.
upset.
I'm talking about anything but me. It's just so yeah, good song. It does sound familiar. It's
Yeah. Plus, I wanted to get something in there about the fact that every time I write a song, I think I'm ripping another song off. And sometimes I can identify which song I have inadvertently ripped off. And in this case, I identified two of them. One, and I mentioned it in the song, Garfunkel and Oates. I don't remember exactly which one, but many of them kind of sound similar, so it could have been any of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the song, I don't know if you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory. Many of our group are not fans of The Big Bang Theory, it turns out. But
it's very polarizing.
Yeah, but there's an episode where Bernadette is in quarantine, and this is way before the pandemic, because she was exposed to something in the lab, and they have to keep her isolated until they make sure she's not contagious. And it's also her, I believe it's her birthday. So Howard comes to the lab with all of our other favorite characters, and they sing a song to her, and that song, I totally ripped that off in a couple of the melodic moments. And so I had to cover it up with lots of electric guitars and drums, so you'd never know.
So was that intentional, or was it just like running through your head at the time?
It was just stuck in my head. I really like that song. It's a very clever song. Whether you like the show or not, you should listen to the song because it is very clever.
Okay, I haven't seen that particular episode. I never watched that show a lot, so
I will find a clip of just the song, so you don't have to hunt through a whole episode. I think that'll amuse you. I'll send you a link. Or you can just listen to my song. It's in there.
I'd rather do that, I think.
Nah. Another cool thing is that the oh god, I've forgotten his name. The guy who plays Howard, whose name I've forgotten, Simon Helberg, is actually quite a good piano player and singer. He's actually playing the keyboard, you can tell. And I was like, hey, yeah, actors who can do other things also.
Nice.
I don't know about you, it irks me when people pretend to be playing instruments and they're not even close.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect every actor to be a skilled musician with whatever they're doing, but at least like if you're playing a guitar, have somebody show you the chords, so you're not just like
have your hand on this side of the nut rather than that. Have it make some sense.
Yeah,
and then leave it to the camera people to tilt up when you get to the part where you obviously don't know what you're doing, so we don't have to watch you not know what you're doing.
Yeah. Though I guess we're asking a lot there.
I know, but it's another thing to complain about in the next song.
Oh, there you go.
Very much.
There you go. Yeah.
Things write themselves.
Yeah, I learned at a very early age I can't watch any show with any kind of medical thing in it with my father, because they invariably get it wrong.
I would think one thing about The Big Bang Theory, again, I know it's polarizing, but they get most of the science right. They're really, really on top of that. So I don't know if your dad's into the science as much, but some of it's medical.
Mm-hmm.
You might have an easier time. I don't know.
And my father likes to point out every time they put an X-ray up on the light to look at it, it's almost always backwards, because you're supposed to look at it as if you're looking at the back of the person, not as if the person's facing you. So, and they always put it up backwards.
I saw a thing, the biggest technical bloopers and overlooks on the series MASH, and a couple of them, they were driving all over Korea, hunting for and trading for on the black market medication which had not yet been invented at the time of the Korean War. So yeah, whole episode based on, no, sorry.
Well, they did that on The Walking Dead too. They had cars, that hadn't come out yet that they were driving around. Not that they hadn't come out yet in real life, but it was like the pandemic or the zombie apocalypse happened in 2009 or something like that. And they're driving around in like a 2012, 2013 car. I'm like, no.
Yeah, but the episode isn't about the car. In these episodes of MASH, the episode is almost entirely about this important medication we don't have, which doesn't exist. So, I mean, see.
That's why they don't have it. You see, that's why they don't have it, because it doesn't exist yet.
After they get it at the end, they do.
Oh, time travel.
Your father's head would explode.
Yeah, it would. So you're coming out to MarsCon.
I am. How about that?
Awesome. Congratulations on the Logan nomination.
Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who did whatever they did. Yeah. It'll be fun to drive 13 hours and then play for 30 minutes and then drive 13 more hours. But it'll be a good time.
I'm driving farther than that.
You're driving?
Yeah, I'm driving. I have no desire to get on a plane right now.
I have no desire to drive or get on a plane, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to drive. I haven't been on a plane in 2 years, and I'm not going to for quite some time. But I'll get to stop in Chicago and see the folks on the way back, so that'll be
cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
man, that's going to be like a 20-hour drive for you.
It's something like that. Yeah, I'm going to be stopping. I'm going to do it in like a day and a half. I'm going to stop and I'm going to drive most of the way and then stop in Chicago and then drive the rest of the way.
I actually started looking online for heaters you can use if you're sleeping in your car. Just leave the engine on. Don't.
Park under a tree, leave the engine on, see how you do. You'll go right to sleep.
Yeah, for quite some time, apparently.
Yeah, don't do that, people. I'm joking. Yeah,
we're kidding. Yes, carbon monoxide is not funny.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Don't you drive a Prius?
I do.
Yeah, so do I. It's not a lot of carbon monoxide coming out of that thing.
Not so far. Boy, I've been trying. Can't seem to crank that thing up. Have you ever heard the Paula Poundstone bit about how she was feeling depressed at one point in her life and she decided to kill herself, so she pulled her car into the garage and left the engine running, but she lives in a really big building with a huge parking garage, so it was taking a really long time, and she said, I had to bring some books and some snacks. People would knock on the window. How's the suicide coming? Oh, pretty good, thanks. I felt a little drowsier earlier. Terrible. Suicide's not funny, and neither is carbon monoxide.
Indeed.
Stop it.
All right, so do you have anything you'd like to plug?
MarsCon 2022 in Bloomington, Minnesota, March 11th. Is that the first date?
I think so, yeah.
11, 12, 13, 14, something like that. Come on out. Oh, yeah, the 12th is 12th is Saturday, so 11, 12, 13.
Yep.
MarsCon.com, I believe. Is that where they can find out information?
It is. MarsCon.org and .com, I think both work. And then MarsConComedy.com for the comedy music track and this year's fundraiser album.
I think it's also MarsCon.dork if you want to try that, I believe.
They should get that.
All right.
All right. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And we will catch you next time.
All righty.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now?
Feedback.
Feedback.
Draconis alert. Draconis alert. Draconis alert.
Draconis wrote, "This week includes the insanity. Oh, goody. Steve, what's your opinion in Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al? And are you writing the songs for that since the whole thing sounds like something you'd cook up?" I forwarded this to Steve, and his reply was, "Dear Draco, I can't reveal any secrets to a Slytherin. I'm sure you understand." Draconis continues, Luke, are you releasing your annual 0.5 episode of LCBR this year?
Yes. I'm basically working on it the rest of today and tomorrow and getting it done as soon as I can.
All right.
Q-Bert cameo.
Woo. It's the boy. It's the boy. Hi. He wants my attention.
Of course he does. Ian, when are you moving to California to become a cartoonist like Luke did, since you took Luke's spot from Chicago? Later all, and tile, okay.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I am not a cartoonist at all. I have I don't the drawings. No. It's been a while since we've had a Draconis comment that I've been here for. So I feel I'm sufficiently Draconist.
Okay, moving on.
For who could ever learn to love a beast?
Father Beast wrote, I said I would leave some feedback since Devo made me that nice bumper, so... Ian, do you feel like you have matured as a comedy musician, making mostly clever rap stuff like this week's offering, and leaving behind the parodies about video games of your youth? If so, too bad. I think Moves Like Frogger is my favorite songs of yours.
Yes and no. Have I matured as an artist? Absolutely. Am I still doing stupid songs about video games? Absolutely.
You're getting Logan
there's
Award nominations for those.
like Dungeon Castlevania is nominated for a Logan Award, and it's expanded version of a song that was from the video game medley. And you know, there are other things that I'm working on too. Stay tuned, Father Beast, if that is your real name.
Beast mode. Beast mode.
All right, that's all the feedback we got this week.
It really isn't, though, because you need to check the YouTube comments, too.
Oh, yeah, shit. What, somebody... Oh, fine, YouTube.
I'm pretty sure there is a YouTube comment or two from last week's episode.
Damn it.
I'm trying to look it up, too.
Project.
Hubert just bit me.
Yeah.
Videos.
His tail is wagging. He's very annoyed that I am not playing with him and instead doing the show. Rubbing his head up against my Cintiq. What?
Yes. So, A-Log wrote, I still love to hear Luke do his parody Doom Shaker. And Ken Sherlock wrote, congrats to the Logan Award finalists, especially Ian, whose work as chair and on the Dr. Demento Facebook group is appreciated. Also appreciated the bio stated before each finalist was presented at last year's ceremony, being unfamiliar with all the artists involved. All right, is that all the feedback, Ian, or is there more hidden somewhere?
There's more to that comment. He says, would it also make sense before the finalists are presented to explain how things got to that point? Not everyone in attendance knows the current procedure, which has been adjusted over the years. Yeah, I can probably explain the voting process at the Logan Awards. I'm sure we can take a moment to do that.
Yeah,
when we have people from Standards and Practices come out to do that at the Oscars, it's always the most enthralling portion of the award show. But I'm sure I can do something like that. I'm still planning the ceremony, so yeah, I can work that in. But yeah.
You could make a whiteboard video explaining it.
I could do an explainer video. Or what I've been planning on doing is just showing the Ryan George sketch about award shows. Here, I decided to give you this shiny thing, and you're the winner of the shiny thing this year. It's a funny sketch. It's better than what I'm doing right now. But obviously. But yeah. No, we'll work things in. It'll be fine. It'll be good. It's going to be a show.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can I use that as a tagline? It'll be fine. It'll be good. It'll be a show.
It's fine. It's good. It's a show.
It's a show. Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
Teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a job.
Yeah. Tomorrow's song is by Worm Quartet featuring me.
Woot.
And
Tuesday song is not yet posted.
It's about time. How long ago did I make that song?
Oh God!
And now you finally have clipped it.
Yeah.
For this.
To be fair, I clipped it.
I
clipped it a couple of months ago, and I have used it a couple of times.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad to have been here to experience it.
Yes. And tomorrow's Spotify playlist topic is celebrities.
Ooh. I have several songs about those.
As Steve Goodie is at stevegoodie.com. Ian, plug yourself one more time.
InsaneIan.bandcamp.com, YouTube.com/InsaneIan, Patreon.com/InsaneIan. That's the really important one. But, other things are at the other places too. Get my new album, Illinois. It's important.
Luke, plug MarsCon one more time.
MarsCon.com and MarsCon.org for information about the whole convention in general. MarsConComedy.com for all the details on the comedy music track. And also go to the shop page and the past fundraisers page to purchase the fundraiser album so that we can pay for Ian and Devo's hotel rooms and other people's hotel rooms.
Yes, please do that.
And in
Please.
addition, you can go to lukeski.bandcamp.com and all of the sales made for my albums and stuff will be going towards the fundraiser as well from now until the end of MarsCon. And you can get my entire discography there for $50. The fundraiser album is $30. Yes, and also Hubert is upset with me at the moment.
Aw, poor kitty.
He wants to play. He's like, stop it! Stop being on the show and play with me. Oh, see, look, right there. What? Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh.
Sad kitty noises.
Like, pay attention to me. Okay, do the end the show now. End it.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski.
And there's Ian.
And Cubert's over there.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of Fidem Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, shout it to random people on the street, and be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
Hey, Steve Goodie, that song that Simon Helberg sang on Big Bang Theory, written by Garfunkel and Oates. So, there you go.